This month's Ask Me Anything is all about back pain. Lady contacted me saying that she had slight scoliosis, but really her problem had been exacerbated through all the grief and loss. She had had lots of family members die, pass away. So when I tune into this, when I really kind of connect with this question, first of all, I'm very much drawn to kidney 1. Kidney 1 you find by finding the collarbone and just kind of 2 fingers down, just massage into that space. You have 2 lung 1s. Did I say kidney 1? I meant lung 1. And you have lung 2 just underneath that collarbone. So just move through lung 1 and lung 2. So these, you know, how we respond to stress can get stored in the body. So if we meet other stressful situations, we have got this neural pathway built up on how to respond. So if we've got an extreme trauma that happens and passes us by, if we don't deal with that, it can keep on reoccurring. And sometimes with grief and sadness and the loss of someone, it can kind of get stuck in the body. And I'm feeling, especially around here, it's stuck for you through lung 1 and lung 2, which the lung is governed by the emotion of grief. So let's give a tap into here. And then what I want you to do, the lung travels all the way down the inside of the arm and goes right to the edge of the thumb. So I want to just tap down that lung meridian. This is going to help open and release any congestion of grief that's held around the kind of shoulders and the chest area. Open that up on both of the meridians. Give it a tap. And what I want you to do is put your hands down by your sides. I want you to imagine you've got little baguettes or ping pong balls underneath your armpits. So you've got some space underneath your armpits. And rotate the hands out so the thumbs are pointing behind you. So you're really opening that lung meridian. Now drop the ear to the shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest and the ear to the other shoulder. Drop the chin to the chest and the ear to the other shoulder. All the while, the thumbs are pointing backwards, so you're really opening up the lung meridian. Releasing any grief that may have got stuck in the lungs. Enjoy this neck and shoulders stretch. And you're thinking, how does this relate to back pain? I'm getting there. First of all, I'm just really enjoying the movement through the top of the spine and the release that's coming through the neck and the shoulders. And I can feel the energy coming all the way down, right to the thumbs. Now, inhale, take it up into prayer position, bring it down to the throat. Move the hands to one shoulder and look over the other shoulder. Now, at the end of the video, I'm going to put in Wise Owl Turns Head. And I'm going to put the whole video in there so you can do the whole practice. Because what you're going to find is if you can really rotate the spine, what we've started off doing here is moving the neck and the shoulders and really rotating the spine, squeezing out the fascia around the vertebrae at the top of the neck. Now the whole movement is done while you're standing, and I'm going to put the video at the end for that so you can really move the fascia and move the ligaments and tendons around the whole spine, right from the top of the cranium right down to the sacrum. Okay, but to do the full move you need to be standing, so I'm going to attach that at the end of the video. And by moving the waist, involving the whole waist, you're going to open up this whole girdle channel right around to bladder 23 and bladder 52. And once you've opened those, you're really going to open any Qi stagnation. Qi can become stuck If you imagine it flowing like water, if a log falls on the water, then the qi can't flow anymore. And we need to have that flow of qi around the body. It's what every cell uses to function. You know, we breathe energy in the air, we eat energy with food, they're transformed in the body and transported to every single cell to do its job. But if the qi becomes contracted, if you're not breathing, if you've gone into a trauma response, you're not expanding and contracting as the whole body should. It should be yang, yin. Yang, yin. The heart opening, it actually opens in a spiral, expanding and contracting. Peristalsis of the digestion, expanding and contracting. The lungs, expanding and contracting. The whole body is expanding and contracting all the time, pushing the blood through and moving the energy. But if it gets stuck, qi stagnation, then it can't flow, and that's when you get back pain. So by rotating through the spine and through the back in Wise Owl Turns Head, of which the video I'm going to put at the end, you can do it sitting. You can see what I'm doing. The hands are coming forwards, and then they're opening, and back to the center, and opening. But when you're doing that standing, not only are you twisting the top half, you're also getting a wringing out around the lumbar area. And that's really going to help with your back pain. So moving the qi, because I think with the trauma and the grief, things have got very contracted. So we need to warm things up and expand, release and relax. And talking of warming things up, what I really kind of get a feel for this question is things do need warming. They need to be cozy. They need to be comfortable. So I'm going to recommend ginger in 2 ways for you. I think you grate it, and I think add it into some cloth and put it into some water and let it steep like a big pot of tea. Let that steep for about 20 minutes and dip in a towel. And then you want to place that. You can place it directly on the skin if it's not too hot. Otherwise, you place a towel on the skin and you place that towel over the top and you leave it on your kidneys. So it's kind of like a tea towel soaked in ginger to make a ginger compress. You put that on the kidneys. So using a ginger compress. If you're a member of Qi Flow, that ginger compress lesson is in the library. The second thing you do with that water, the big ginger water, is you have a foot bath. So we have some big points on the feet. I've got 2 pairs of socks and my hat on because it's very, very cold. So I'm going to show you where the points are on the feet, especially for the back. Okay, so we have kidney 3. Kidney 3 is behind the ankle bone, in between the ankle bone and the Achilles. And bladder 60 is on the other side. So you want to give those you want to give those 2 points. Give the ankles a nice massage. Was the best way to show you. Okay, and then kidney 1 is right on the sole of the feet, bubbling spring. So you could do all those 3 points. But what I really recommend, because bladder 60 is one for the lower back, what I really recommend is having a foot bath. That ginger tea water, dunk your feet in that for at least 10 to 15 minutes before you're going to bed. That is really going to give you a lot of qi movement, but in a relaxed, nourishing way. It's going to warm your feet. It's going to relax the nervous system. You're going to have a good night's sleep, and it's going to help to resolve any back pain. I hope that really gives you some nourishment and some care. I send you a big hug and wish that you are happy, safe and well. feeling held and feeling nourished. May you be happy, safe and well. May all beings be happy, safe and well. Have a beautiful Qi-filled day, whatever you choose to do. Just take a moment. Take a moment now to come into the body. Your feet are in Wuji position. Head is clear, chin is tucked down into chest. As I'm just going to demonstrate wise owl turns head, and then I'll break it down. So a nice simple move, especially after we've done the 3 strenuous moves of 2 hands support heaven, drawing the bow, and heaven and earth, we come into a move that's kind of much stiller. The feet are in Wuji position, and I'm going to demonstrate this first sitting down. So feet are still hip width apart, and we have the hands, and you can imagine this is wise owl turns head. So we're really, again, opening all the meridians that go through the neck and the shoulders right down to the fingers. I want you to imagine you've got this crystal cord right in the center of the body, going right from the byway, behind the heart, the sternum, right down behind your belly button. And as you do this, this crystal core will start to move and twist. I'm keeping my hips forwards and I'm moving. And what I'm doing is I'm opening up my wings, and you'll see that my thumb points down and my little finger begins to point up, and I use my eyes to look behind me. I don't force the stretch. It's not like I'm trying to get anywhere at all. I'm expanding and opening the body. So imagine your body is like a whole kind of helix, a DNA helix. And as you turn around, you're going to open the body. But I'm not kind of, where can I get to? This is not a stretch as such. It's an opening. It's an expanding. And then back to center, it's a contracting. Opening, expanding, back into contraction. And you have to really focus on your kidney 1 as well to keep your knees in line, to really plug it into kidney 1. And then when you do that, you can feel this kind of uncoiling and opening. All right, so let's just do it a few times standing. So hands in front, breathing in. Open from the chest, keeping the knees facing forwards, and the thumbs are down and the little fingers point up. And I'm really rotating through the spine rather than stretching backwards. And definitely don't overstretch through the neck. Use your eyes to stretch. You've just done those eye exercises, so just see how far you can see. Opening, expanding, and returning to center. Opening, expanding, and contracting, coming back in like a spring. So you can see that my knees are not coming in, and pretty much my hip stays facing forwards too. So I'm really rotating from the inside. I want you to feel this as an inside rotation. Okay. So there you go. There's the breakdown of the movement. And let's put this together now with all the movements we've learned so far. So finding your Ouija position, let's just connect heaven and earth, expanding and now pushing down as if we're contracting and pushing down on that spring, and we're bringing all the energy to the lower dantian. And we're going to begin with 2 hands support heaven. Looking at the fingers, breathing in. Hold the breath. Release. Coming into drawing the bow, firing the arrow. The last time. And bringing the hands into separating heaven and earth. Breathing in, expand. Breathing out, separate heaven and earth, sinking down, keeping that rod of that crystal nice and open. Spin around. Breathing in, breathing out, condense. Breathing in, opening. Breathing out, separating. Keeping that armpit nice and open. Last set, which means 2. The pairing, last time. Bring it back into that Qi ball and stepping back into your Wuji position. Taking that ball down to the lower Dantian. Feeling your Wuji position. Sink it into your kidney 1 points and get your talon claws. And breathing in. Opening. Wise head. Keep the hips facing forwards. And really feel the inside rotating, using the eyes. Breathing in, coming back to center. Breathing out. This should be effortless. No need to strain. Drop your shoulders. Make it effortless. Feel the uncoiling and the coiling as if you're this big DNA spiral right up the center of your spine. Naturally opening the meridians up all the way through the arms, feeling the armpits nice and open. No squeezing the armpits. See if you can feel the ease and peace in the body. Really great one for the neck and shoulders, and also using your eyes like a wise owl. Make sure you're seeing the periphery. And come back to center. Breathe it in. Connect heaven and earth. Feel the body expanding all the way up through the spine, all the way through the shoulder blades. And now bring the energy as if it's coming down through the top of the head, over the middle dantian, and down to the lower dantian. And again, breathe it in. Take it down the back of the body now. Feeling every single vertebrae open and glowing, right down to the lower dantian. Going to do it one last time. Gathering a Qi ball above the head, bring it right down the center of the body. Feeling every single cell, every single energy center full of Qi and energy. And down to the lower dantian, palm over palm. Let's gather and store. So circles, spiral, get it bigger and bigger. Again, expanding, expanding. And now contracting, contracting. And this is the way of energy. This is the way of business as well. Yang expands, yin contracts. It's just we live quite often in a yang environment where businesses and everything is supposed to get bigger and bigger. But it gets bigger, it gets smaller. We have times of ease, we have times of difficulty. This is the way. Bring this down to the lower dantian. Feel the natural expansion and contraction with your breath. The natural expansion and contraction of all energy. Expanding with the summer, contracting with the winter. Feel this in your body. As we pack that pearl into the lower dantian. That's yours. That's yours, that is. That's yours. May you be happy and may you be well. May I be happy, may I be well, and may all beings everywhere be happy, safe, and well. Have a beautiful Qi-filled day. If you're going to stay around, we'll have a chat.